I'm coming for you.
Dude, yawning is like the worst part about my throat because I swear it feels like it's ripping my throat in half.
Yeah.
And
I,
then it reminds me of how shitty doctors are because I'm like, oh, I'm yawning so much because I have narcolepsy. But according to that one doctor, I was making it up. So I stopped fucking going to the doctors.
yeah, that's fair. I still don't know why did I think you make it up if you've been diagnosed with some of these things?
I don't know. I don't know what gave her the right to undiagnose me in the first place. I feel like I should start over in this story for viewers' sake because I am still recording. So, frankly, I've had trouble sleeping. Well, not like getting to sleep. I've had sleeping troubles for years. I've been constantly tired for the most part, and it's been getting worse, progressively worse my whole life. Um, it started like when I was 9, which if you know anything about narcolepsy, it's not supposed to happen then. And I can understand them not wanting to diagnose me with narcolepsy when I was 9. Fair enough. I didn't even go to the doctors for it at that point because I thought maybe I just slept wrong and I saw I was extra tired. And then it persisted to where I was falling asleep and I didn't even feel like really tired because I was so used to the feeling of tired that I didn't notice that I was tired all the time. Uh, but I just started feeling tired 100% of the time. So I would start falling asleep in class. I'd fall asleep standing up, and I didn't know what was happening. I went to the doctors, and they're like, ah, probably a thyroid issue. Let's take your blood. It wasn't. They're like, ah, let's check again. Sometimes the results are inconclusive. It still wasn't. They did that for 6 years. I would have my blood drawn twice a month for them to check if it was a thyroid issue,
Oh, wait.
and it wasn't for 5 years. No, I want to fight you. Get over here. Damn. All right, fine. Stay in the water.
Yeah.
Um, and so I stopped going. It was stupid, and I stopped going. I then became an adult and was 19, and I was working in a warehouse, and I was falling asleep while walking through the warehouse. I would just start pushing my cart and sleepwalking at random places. And I wanted to take care of myself as well. And I had already started going to a therapist and uh, I had an appointment set up with a heart doctor, which is another thing that was gonna piss me off that I didn't know was about to do that. But I hadn't gone yet. I had the appointment set up with a heart doctor because my heart's a bit wonky. Unrelated to this story. Um, And so I was like, you know what? Let's get the sleep figured out. I'm an adult now. They're gonna be more likely to check more things because half the time when I was a kid, they're like, well, it could be these things, but that's not usually in kids, so we're not even gonna fucking look. So I thought, maybe because I'm an adult, they will take me more seriously. And I went, and they're like, oh, let's get you down for a sleep study. Why wouldn't they have done that? You had your blood drawn that much. They had it on record. They weren't even like not believing me. They're like, no, look how much you had your blood drawn. That's stupid. Let's take get you down for a sleep study. And after the sleep study, she looked at the results and went, oh, okay, well, let's diagnose you with narcolepsy and restless limb syndrome. Which, if you don't know what restless limb syndrome is, I just basically just kick a lot in my sleep. Tis all. I don't have any fireworks on me. Um, the restless limb syndrome isn't even that bad. However, because of some reason, I really don't know, she could only prescribe me, like, stuff to get rid of the restless limb syndrome at the time, and then I had to wait for the narcolepsy stuff for a separate appointment. I don't remember why. It's been about 5 years since that happened. I don't remember why we couldn't do it that day. Anyway, she goes on vacation that day. Well, before that day. I didn't know this. And so they gave me a substitute doctor. Fair enough. The substitute doctor looks at my chart and goes, well, I'm not convinced that you have narcolepsy. And we can't do another sleep study because your insurance would think that that's weird to have two sleep studies right next to each other. So we're just gonna... Hey, Tortorval. So we're just gonna ignore that, and you can just go on your way. What? What happened to my fuse? Excellent, put you in here.
Ow.
Yeah, and that was stupid because she's not even my doctor. A substitute doctor just undiagnosed me, is like, nah, you don't have that, when I do. My doctor says I do. You can shut up. You're not my doctor. All I needed from you was to carry out the whims of my doctor. And so I just didn't go back to the doctor because that was stupid. I stopped going to all of the doctors, half because of that, and then I also could not physically keep up with the warehouse job because we lifted a lot of heavy stuff, and my back was starting to give out because I was also at a joint doctor. And they could not save my back fast enough, so I just had to quit. There wasn't anything I could do. So I couldn't afford the doctors, but I also wasn't going back after that. And they've been doing that my whole life. Like, I have asthma, and it took till I was 16 for people to notice. I got winded every time I did a light jog. But we had to wait till I was 16 to go, I think his lungs don't work right. Oh shit. Yeah, I saw that coming.
Yeah, they're not. Doctors aren't doing you justice even now. It's they did not change.
No. No, because I'm pretty sure my issue with my throat is that I have a tonsil stone that is, like, overgrown and jabbing into my throat, and it's swelling my tonsils and making my throat hurt a shit ton. And I go in and I go, hey, I have this tonsil stone that's making it like hard to not think about pain. And the doctor goes, let's test you for strep throat. And then I didn't have strep throat, and they went, you're healthy, I don't know what you're talking about. You can go home, and just makes me leave. And I'm like, about the fucking tonsil stone? Just start using mouthwash when you brush your teeth. Duh. I have been using mouthwash way more than I brush my teeth my whole life. I'm not the best at remembering to brush my teeth, but I usually mouthwash once to twice a day. 3 times sometimes. I mouthwash better than I brush my teeth. And, like, I don't like admitting that I'm bad at taking care of myself, but in this instance, like, dude. I have no idea what doctors' problems are. And, you know, people complain about the American healthcare system costing money, and I really don't care that it costs money as long as what I'm paying for actually does what it's supposed to. Because, frankly, I don't think it was worth $15, even though I have the lower end of a copay of $15. I don't think it was worth $15 to be told I don't have something that I didn't think I have and didn't fucking ask about.
Yeah, it's not it. I mean, I know it's definitely not just you, but it's also like anytime that I've went to the doctor recently, they have been so much immensely more helpful. Even the same doctors, like the urgent care, of course they kind of judged me for drinking ammonia, but like, you've explained the sleepwalk, they're like, okay. And they explicitly told me there's not much we can do in an urgent care, but they're like, I'll go out of my way to help you with a few extra things that the hospital would do that we're not technically allowed to do because we'd feel bad if you had to go to the hospital, And I was like, okay. And like, they did extra, like, but they didn't even really have to. Can you not, please? Whoa. Sorry, my Craftymon's breaking. Like, they did literal extra stuff for me to help me, but like they're not doing extra. Like, I guess technically they did extra, but like, oh, let's test you for something you don't have. But that's not helpful.
I mean, if it turned out that I was wrong and I had strep throat, that'd be pretty cool. But, like, I didn't think I did, and that wasn't why I was there, and you didn't fix the issue when you learned that wasn't the problem.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have. The main reason I stayed was because I was like, well, maybe we'll get to the, actual issue eventually. They just want to check all their avenues. If I knew that, like, when I walked in there, if he was just like, yeah, we're just going to test you for strep throat, and if you don't have that, like, you can leave, I would have left instantly. Because there is no fucking point for me to be there. Hey, we just got the rarest spawn.
What?
Come here.
What?
Come here.
I'm coming. What's up? Oh.
We got a pink sheep.
He's a pink sheep. I
It's so
love
rare.
him. I love him. Why are
But no,
you
I
able to
wouldn't.
get those?
Pink sheep?
Yeah.
Just a random thing that they wanted to be really rare.
Fair enough.
The only weird color they can spawn in. I don't know what block you're even on. Here? Oh, I guess. But even when I had both influenzas, the first day I went there instantly because I work in like a shipping and warehouse sort of thing, so they don't want me sick at all. Oh, Rhinox is evolving. But they don't want me sick at all because they don't want me to cause just a mini pandemic of everyone I work with and everyone they deliver to, which is a completely valid reason. So as soon as I was like, oh, my throat's sore and my nose is kind of stuffed, I'm gonna head to the urgent care and see if I'm contagious. And I went in and they went, it's allergies, why are you even here? Go home. I'm like, okay, that I don't think it is because like my legs are getting kind of weaker and they knew this. Like I I had a little bit more symptoms than I'm saying here, but like I told them all of the symptoms and I'm like it's like the first day I'm having them, so they're probably about to get worse. It's allergies, just go home. Okay. And then I woke up the next day and I couldn't stand. I'm like, I don't think allergies make it to where you can't stand. But I didn't want to go back there because that annoyed me. Um, and then although coincidentally I did have to go back there because our urgent care is also a like separate doctor, and Citron had a doctor's appointment the next day. So coincidentally, I did have to go back there because she doesn't have a car, and I don't like people driving my car without me. Although I did end up breaking that rule while sick, but I tried not to. Anyway, I did coincidentally go back there, but then the day after, the third day of having it, I my whole skin felt like it was on fire. Every inch inside and out, except for my left eye, was in some sort of pain. No exception. And like I mean no exception. Imagine your intestines, everything was just somewhat in pain. And I still didn't want to go there. Hey, Enchanted Phoenix, that's not helpful, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I still didn't want to go back there because it was stupid, and I expected them to go, it's allergies. But I went back there anyway, and then they were like, fine, we'll run tests. And then they did, and they're like, well, you have both influenzas. That's horrible. Here, take too much ibuprofen because that must hurt a lot. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, no.
Like, the rare times that they are helpful to me, it's very funny because they always are like, almost every time that they are helpful, I have something really weird, and they're like, we figured it out. You should take more ibuprofen than is legally allowed for us to say. Almost every time.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, but that's like the only funny part about it because it's always like, nah, nothing's wrong with you. Shut up.
I understand that there are some people that I don't know what they're called, but like the people that always think something's wrong with them if it's the smallest thing.
It's Munchausen syndrome.
Yeah. So I know there are those people, and doctors probably don't want to waste their resources on someone that like is not sick in the slightest but thinks they are. But I feel like if someone's very like adamant about the fact that like they're gonna be sick, especially if they know their body, like if you get sick the first day and then you're like, oh, I know it's gonna get worse because that's how my sicknesses work, and you tell them that, I feel like they should run a test on you anyway because you're already there and that's your
Plus,
job.
it was the first day of flu season, and they're like, we don't need to do a flu test. They said those exact words to me, and I'm like, okay.
It's
Like,
just
I
weird.
didn't tell you that, but like, the sickness one at least makes more sense to me because, like, yeah, no, it could have been allergies on the first day because it was really just like I felt slightly fatigued, a little sore, and my nostrils were stuffy. And I was probably a bit overreacting with me being annoyed, but it's the fact that every doctor has done that to me. Every time I've went, it's always you're making it up. If it's anything, it's something minor that you don't have to deal with, and you're faking it. It at least makes sense if I went to the same doctor, but like, I don't. This has happened my whole life. Now that I think about it, I have an issue with my just like quick context. I have an issue where the left side of my body is smaller than the right side, just by a valid amount, to where like it puts more. Is that nope? It puts somewhat of a strain on like the left, my left ankle specifically. Really, it's not super noticeable if you just see me, but if you pay attention like really hard, you'll notice that like half of me is smaller. And I started to have a lot of ankle pain when I was a kid. And the doctor was like, it's growing pains, you'll get over it. And my great aunt, bless her soul, was like, no, he's like screaming about it a lot more than growing pains. You're gonna get an x-ray. And like didn't let him ignore the x-ray, even though the doctor still didn't believe either of us. And did the x-ray and was like, well, one ankle is bigger than the other, but like he's just growing into it. It's gonna hurt because he's still growing into it. And I never grew into it. I'm 22, that ankle is still smaller than the other ankle, along with that whole half of my body. My ribs look half concave.
And you wear two different size gloves. It's like, it's,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
the funniest part. It doesn't do that for like literally like shoes or anything, but like gloves, I have a medium and a large. I don't like, to his credit, like I don't know if there's anything you can even do about that, but like ignoring it isn't helpful.
No, because even if it's something you can't do anything about, it's nice to know what it is. Like, it kind of sucks to be in pain and you don't know what's wrong with you. Especially if it's something obscure like that. Like, it kind of sucks.
Yeah. And the reason I know that he's wrong, by the way, is years later when I was 16, I had a really bad asthma attack that stopped my heart for a bit, and I didn't know that it did that. And my mother was very upset with the doctors who have just been kind of brushing off everything I've been saying my whole life, and literally walked in and screamed at them. And my primary care at the time was like, fine, I'll put them in some specialists, but they're probably gonna all come back negative. None of them did. Wait, one did. A singular one did. And that wasn't a specialist that the primary care sent me to.
Which specialist was it? If
The one that came back negative is while I was at the heart doctor, she was curious about something because I stood weird because half of my body is smaller than the other.
Mm-hmm.
But the easiest way to test for scoliosis is stand up straight and then have them just bend at the hip. And if their shoulders don't align, they probably have scoliosis. And my shoulders didn't align because half of me is smaller.
Yeah.
And that hadn't been diagnosed at the time. So she sent me to a joint specialist so that we could see if I had scoliosis. And that came back negative.
Ah, okay.
um, yeah, one came back negative, and it wasn't the one that he sent me to. But the one that matters for this story is I went to an asthma doctor, which was probably the most important. It's the one that affects me the most, at the very least. um, and she took me seriously. It was so nice. Like, I I can't stress how annoyed I am with doctors to the point where, like, when a doctor doesn't ignore me, it's so nice. um, anyway, she didn't ignore me, so it was great, and I got asthma diagnosed, and she was trying to feel my lungs, and so most doctors, when they try to, like, feel your lungs, you'll notice that, like, uh, they will like lift their hand and then move to the next spot and then lift their hand. I'm miming it. You can't see. I don't know why I'm miming it. I still don't have enough money for a camera. But so they'll lift it and move to another spot. For some reason, thankfully, she did not lift her hand and just drug it across my chest. And noticed that, like, she had to jump, kind of. Not like jump, but like there was like a noticeable difference between my ribs as she went from one side to the other. Now, admittedly, she was worried about something else, and then got worried about something else even then, which is pretty funny. Admittedly, she was worried that I had somehow, without realizing it, done like some sort of exercise and collapsed my ribs.
Oh, son of a
Which is
bitch.
What?
You have phantoms and now they're on my ass.
Oh, they found you. That's hilarious because they're not above me.
It's
Um,
not hilarious. I don't want them. I need to sleep.
but like, yeah, no, she was worried that I had accidentally like collapsed my ribs, which is a pretty big fear, and luckily that wasn't the issue. She noticed that just my ribs weren't growing the same, and then we got a full body X-ray. It was like, oh no, so half of you in general is not growing the same. Like I said, I wasn't gonna talk, but now I'm griping about my doctors. I need to tell someone. This is pissing me off, and I almost did my first ever TikTok, like, as soon as I walked out of the doctor's office, 2 days ago. Seriously, it pissing me off. Anyway, so, she was worried I broke my ribs. I didn't. She noticed that they were just growing wrong, which confused her, so she got a full body X-ray, and saw that just all of my bones on my left side are smaller. And so she kind of was like, well, there's two things that could make this happen. One is, like, there's a growth issue, and it's a miracle that you've lived this long, and you're probably not going to live for much longer, because half of your organs could be the wrong size. It could be perfectly split down the middle, and like your intestines will be half the size when they go to the left side. And so they needed to figure that out. And so she was very worried about that as well. That wasn't the issue. The other one is either something happened during my development, or I was supposed to be twins, and now I'm a singular one, and he was going to be very slightly shorter than me. Either there's no way to test if I am two people, or if it's just a developmental issue, but it's definitely that option, is it's developmental or two people, because it's just my bones. All of my organs are the same size. She was also really worried about it being the organ one, because your heart is on the left side. So if my heart was smaller than the rest of my organs, that would not be good. She literally said, you will have a better chance of survival if your right side was the smaller one. And, like, valid. But I didn't have to worry about that. Luckily, it is just my bones and not my organs. And it's not as bad as it could be, because it also could have been bad enough to where, like, my organs were rubbing up against my bones. But it's not that either. So I got really lucky with the joint issue. And I can kind of understand the doctor, like, not wanting to look at it when I was a kid, because it could have been growing pains. I understand it, but it's just annoying, because the doctor's been doing this my whole life. But I also feel like he could have, like, kept an eye on it and, like, left a note. Something.
Yeah.
I did switch doctors out of coincidence, just because I moved. And it would be really weird to drive an hour to go to the doctor for my regular checkups. My primary care doctor is an hour away, isn't really helpful. So I did move doctors since then, which is why I said, or left a note. Something. But he didn't. But I've just had issues with doctors my whole life. I'm gonna just keep ranting, honestly. The video is past what I want it to be, but I'm gonna just keep ranting. This video is gonna be me ranting about doctors. But another reason why I stopped going to the doctors when I was like 19 was the heart doctor, like I said. So, flashback to when I was sent to all of the specialists just because, you know, my mother was mad and my primary care was like, me, fine. And just sent me to anything it could be.
Oh, an enchanted rhino rocks. Yay.
Well, that's not helpful.
I know, but he's so cute. He's got the little yellow eyes. Anyway, continue.
And so one of them was a heart doctor, because what had happened was I had, for my PE class, we had on Wednesdays, we did, like, extra exercise, basically. I don't know if this is normal everywhere else in the world, but it was just because Wednesday started with a W, so it was Workout Wednesday. Did your gym classes have that, Citron?
Uh,
I hadn't adopted you yet. I would not know. Because you didn't have gym class for your last year.
uh, I was so like physically behind that they never made me really do gym class after like 6th grade. We didn't do that elementary or 6th grade. After that, we just did like walking classes, or I got to sit out because I was like so physically bad at doing literally anything but walking that I couldn't do that. So I don't really know.
Well, thank you for embarrassing yourself on the internet.
Well, I'm not
Anyway,
that bad now. What the?
it's still kind of funny. Anyway, we had Workout Wednesdays. Tell me in the comments if you had Workout Wednesday, because I am curious if that was just like a thing that my school had. Anyway, um, so we did a lot of exercise, and they were specifically like cardio exercises, because the gym teacher she liked to do specific types of exercises for each Workout Wednesday. So like we had like legs, we had arms. One of them we just had really hard like yoga, like really hard yoga that none of us succeeded, and I don't know what the point of that was. Uh, but so it was cardio, so it was heart and lungs, and I was having so much trouble keeping up with everyone else, but I didn't want to like fail and fuck up, so I just kept going,
Ooh, a
and
bundle.
huh?
I said, ooh, a bundle.
Um, and
Oh,
so
oh, hey, wait, come here, come here, come here, come here.
oh, is it a Scorcho?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Come here.
Finally,
Don't run away. Don't run away from me. Hang on, please.
kill it for me.
I'm trying. He's not. Hang on.
Because
Okay.
I'm kind of far away.
I'm working on it. What are you?
Um,
Fire.
oh, did I pass it?
Yeah. So she's that guy.
Oh, this probably ended up on my
Oh,
screen.
shit.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Sorry, I tried to get him. It didn't have enough room to battle. So there you go.
Um, but so what had happened was, afterwards, I was having so much trouble breathing, as I had asthma. There we go. Alright, let's head home. Where is home?
Yippee.
I don't know where home is. House? Yep. So I was having a lot of trouble breathing. Naturally, I had asthma. And I ended up going to my next class, and instead of my usual, like, passing out, I fainted, and my heart stopped. So, we went to the doctor.
Naturally, yeah.
And he said, that's normal. People just do that.
People's hearts just stop.
Yeah, it just happens.
Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's nice.
And so naturally, my mom kind of got a little angry.
Yeah, of course.
And the doctor did not kind of get a little angry. He just folded instantly and was like, well, okay, I'll send you to a bunch of specialists, as I already said. One of them was a heart doctor because my heart stopped. And turns out that actually probably was part of the issue. Damn. It's not nighttime. I wanted to sleep the rain away.
Yeah, me too.
But that probably was part of the issue. Asthma definitely didn't help, but that probably was part of it. Just the one. Because one of my heart valves, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't pump blood. It's obscure and really rare, and the doctor who like figured it out like actually looked into it and was like, yeah, no, that's actually what's happening. There you go. You actually get to know. Which is cool. Except for the fact that she was a... Well, no, she wasn't, because you can't have a pediatrician heart doctor for some reason, or at the very least, not where I live. They don't have pediatric heart doctors. Stupid. But I get that it's uncommon to need it. Anyway, they still wanted to use the logic of a pediatric heart doctor. So, when I became old enough, I had to switch doctors in hospitals for some reason. I really couldn't tell you why. Because I don't know. But so as soon as I got a new heart doctor, they checked it out and they're like, nah, you don't have that. Instantly. It was instantly, nah, we don't believe you. Let me look. Yeah, I don't see it. I'm not looking hard enough, but I don't see it. And so naturally, I stopped going.
Yeah.
Because that's stupid. Didn't they have this Mozzie fully evolved? Where is he? I thought I saw him. No, I don't. He's right there. Okay. Yeah, so needless to say, I kind of hate doctors. They are stupid and don't work half the time.
I mean, the one that you were supposed to have originally kind of tried.
Yes. Kind of tried.
Well, you didn't go back to her.
No, I know. It's just annoying.
I get it, I know.
Stupid. I wasn't counting. I'm trying to put these back, but I was not counting this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Who's a good skeleton horse? You're a good skeleton horse. Why are there chickens
he's
in
not,
there?
because he doesn't let you sleep.
Yeah, just sleep in your bed now. So unfair. Kinda. Why didn't we ever make more melons and pumpkins?
But we just haven't yet. I can do it right now.
Yay! Ow! Okay.
Okay, also I'm stupid.
What? Ow.
Okay, can you get you? We're gonna need a hoe again.
What? Why?
Because one of them wanted to grow in the wrong way.
That's sad. Where's your netherite hoe?
It might be on me actually. Or no, it's gonna be in my white shulker box if it's on me. If it's not, it's gonna be in my chest.
I don't see one in your chest.
Did you check my white shulker box?
Wait, what? I didn't know you had that out. My bad.
Throw my stuff away.
I thought you meant with you. You said if you had it with you, it's gonna be in the shulker box, so I assumed that meant you had the shulker box with you.
Not what I said. I said it'll probably be with me, and then I thought about it and was like, no, it won't. It'll be here.
Me me me. Me me me.
Wait, did I mess up again?
Why'd you just throw seeds at me?
I didn't throw them at you. I just didn't want them with me.
Yeah, there's a box right here for seeds. A chest. I put it there. 4 seeds.
That's cool. If only someone would use those.
Yeah, if only you would use those. You have an issue if I don't put stuff right in your storage system, but when it comes to my storage system, you don't care.
Correct.
Why? I worked hard.
Okay.
Yeah, flower first next, correct?
Yeah,
And that's the last one.
I think so. I kind of want to put my guys back just to double check.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I really don't know. But I think so. Okay, so fluff. I didn't grab both. Okay. No,
Oh
I know
boy. Eh.
you. I still find it so funny. This is going to be a very choppy video. Because I can't speak. Proceeds to yell all episode without a single cut.
It's your passion, man.
I'm very passionate about how stupid the doctors are, at the very least where I live, and how none of them do their jobs.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a right to be passionate.
You do. There are still probably some people that might get mad at you for that, but I feel like you're still justified. Why is there a big boy stingray at the back of our storage basement? Hi, big boy stingray. I'll just leave you here. You really do look like a phantom, and it's creeping me out. I don't like it. I'm not leaving you here. It's funny because I also haven't talked that much either, but it's only because I've been recording this whole time while you've been talking, and it's your thing, so I figured I'd let you talk, you know. And maybe my viewers want to know how passionate you are about doctors.
Oh my god, it's the last thing we're missing. Look at my chest. It's the last thing I'm missing. I guess I don't know about you.
Oh, it is the last thing you're missing.
I don't know about you. Because half of your guys aren't put away either, so.
I would assume that I'm only missing Polytail, but yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna...
What is with the shape of the enchanted and non-enchanted rabbit sprites? Because it's, like, so incorrect. Oh, because you're not fully leveled up, and I didn't notice that. Never mind, I see it now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to go in order this time.
Alright, well, I'm gonna end the video slightly before you end yours, because I'm gonna go do something real quick.
Before I start screaming again?
Yeah, so, yeah, bye, y'all. Yeah.